Yeah, you already know what it is. Your boy Banz alongside Christina. We have a Spark Up Podcast, episode 118. What's pop? What's good?
What up, 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 dude?
Yeah, I want to give quick shout outs to the listeners.
Yeah,
I've been listening.
Do that.
I be watching. I be
peeping. They've been listening. They don't be showing who they are, but they're out here listening.
Let us know what y'all want to hear. We want to talk to y'all. We want to, perfect. We want y'all to be part of the Spark Up family.
Period. I have a period button in here, and I always forget to use it. But yeah, so shout out to all of the members of the LGBTQ plus LGBTQ. It changes every day. I don't know. I'm new to this, not true to this. But shout out to everybody of the LGBTQ plus community. Yes, today is, or this, that's the wrong button. This month is Pride Month. Shout out to y'all. This is my first month where I actually feel comfortable celebrating. So shout out
congratulations to you.
Thank you so much. I'm out here. And yeah, so I recorded a podcast with Kia, who is my girlfriend, and we talked about being gay and all about it, coming out and the feelings behind that, our relationship and how I came out and all that. So look forward to that. That will be coming out this Sunday. And also, if you haven't already checked out our new segment called Trophies, the first trophy we gave out was for DJ Khaled, who Ruben has personal beef with.
No, I don't have. No, that's Wendell because of the music. But
no, that's you because of the weight.
No. I commend him. You know what I mean? It's hard to.
He never loses.
To try to lose weight and not lose weight.
That's a fact.
That takes talent.
To what? Lose weight?
To not lose weight, but work out every day religiously.
It's definitely a skill.
I mean, maybe like he says. I mean, go check out. Go check out and see what he says.
Yes. Period. Do that. And you can find that on our YouTube page. Subscribe right now, today, while you're watching this on YouTube. Like, share, comment, tell a friend to tell a friend that we're out here and we're on YouTube and we're making shit happen. So I'm going on vacation on Thursday, and this past weekend was full. I'm going to Virginia Beach. I haven't been there since I was like 9 years old. Our cousin used to live there. Mm-hmm. They're born and raised in Virginia. Well, partly raised. And they moved here in 99, 98. Damn, that was a minute ago.
It was a while ago.
And so I'm going back because Kia and I wanted to go somewhere tropical, but I'm trying to not spend so much money.
So you didn't want to go to Florida.
So I didn't want, not even Florida, because Florida is cheap. But I don't know. I'm not ready for that. Like Florida.
It's too much.
Yeah, it's too much. It's overwhelming. So I was like, Mexico's expensive. Let's do somewhere low-key first, and let's see how it happens. But I've been looking at the weather, and it's going to rain every day that we're there. So
change the plans. Figure out what to do out there. I'm pretty sure they got
there's indoor stuff. But I was looking forward to, sitting outside, getting my tan on, and coming back and making everybody jealous. But the vacation is needed anyway.
Hey, as long as you go on vacation, you know what I mean? It gets your mind off what's here.
That's a fact. Just seeing something new, driving in a rental in a brand new car that's not mine, where the trunk actually closes, that will be new for me. But yeah, so this past weekend we were preparing for this trip, buying sunblock and buying this. I'm like, yo, we don't even need sunblock. It's going to rain. But the stereotypical woman, I noticed, likes to shop extra, especially for things they don't need.
Why.
I'm getting packages in still in my house for outfits. I'm like, girl, where are you going? We're going for 4 days, not even. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, we'll be back.
So are you a heavy packer?
I'm not a heavy packer. Right now, I have a big-ass suitcase, and it has like 6 T-shirts in and 2 shirts. That's literally all that happened there. And Kia's packing like we're living there. I'm like, we're coming right back. You know that, right?
I mean, women like to overpack.
It's dumb.
You could never go wrong with more outfits, I guess.
I see. Like, you're not home, so you need options.
I mean, I'm super light, so I mean, if anything, I'm carrying more sneakers than anything
You
else.
are super light. When we went to LA, I think you only had a duffel bag.
A duffel bag and a book bag. And my book bag was stuffed with all my shirts. My duffel bag had the pants, the sneakers. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, and you know, whatever, like towels, toothpaste, and all that was in there.
That's what I'm saying, though. But it's so much easier to be a guy. Like, as a woman, I feel like on vacation, you're expected to do the most.
I think there's some guys that pack like women.
Really? I never met
there's
one.
some guys that overpack. You know, it's like, why? I mean, some people want to be over prepared.
Some people want to be flashy. Some people want to do it for the gram.
That too.
Be outside taking pictures. And speaking of that, I saw a lot of people on vacation. I've been seeing a lot of people on vacation for a long time. It's not just this year. It's last year, the year before that. And I'm like, yo, how do you afford to go on vacation? Because you have to pay for your flight there and back, round trip, or however you do it. Then you have to pay for the stay. Then you have to plan for spending money and then backup money just in case shit goes down. And then people want to buy brand new outfits. I'm like, yo, this is easily like a $2,000 trip.
More than that. I know people that blow a bag on.
I'm saying like my trip is costing like $2 and change. I'm like, yo, I could just save this money and stay home.
I mean, but I guess it pays to get away.
Does it?
No, I mean, it costs to get away.
Yes, it does. And it costs a lot of money.
For me, I don't worry about that because, you know, I buy a pack of white tees and wear white tees.
But you're a man, so you get away with it.
But women could do the same.
It's a lie.
I think women can make it pretty simple. It's just, do you want to?
That's,
you know, because it's always all want. You know, some people are very minimalistic. You know, with traveling, the way they live, their lifestyle is very, very minimal.
Yeah,
so,
Kia's not,
you know,
very minimalistic. I think that's the problem that we have today.
Unfortunately, there's some people that aren't. You know, I try to stay in between. I'm not minimalistic, but I am also not, you know, somebody bringing a horde of stuff with me.
Yeah, it's a hot mess. And then you get to the airport, if it's overweight, you got to take stuff out, find out how you're going to put it in your carry-on. It's just a problem. Pack light. And then when you go on vacation, you notice I'm not even wearing half the shit I packed. So it's pointless.
Exactly. Or it rains and you end up going out to buy something else.
It's going to rain on my whole vacation. That's crazy. I'm going to Virginia. I might as well have gone to just fucking North Kingston because it's raining the whole time. But it's fine. We're going on vacation. The tickets are bought. Everything is booked. And we're going to make the best
out of it.
We're going to make the best out of it. But also this past weekend, I've noticed one thing. You know, when we play Uno, things get crazy, right? Like, people take Uno very seriously, especially black people. And I played Sorry this past weekend for the first time.
Oh, and that gets crazy.
Yo, I played Sorry for the first time with Emma. She was literally moving her pawns and knocking pieces out the board. I'm like, yo, you can't do that. That's not how the game goes. And I just found it interesting. Like, why do we take board games so seriously?
Because it's a challenge. You know how to play chess?
No, I don't actually. Shout out to Crook Rock though, who does chess.
The chess club.
Chess clubs. I don't know if he does it every Monday, but he's.
I don't know the schedule now through the pandemic. I don't know how he's working.
He did it at the PVD Bridge, which is really dope. The last
That's
time.
dope.
You know how to play chess?
Yeah, of course. I'm a monster.
I've never seen you play chess ever in life.
I am actually very good at chess.
Like, from a 1 to 10, how do you gauge your chess game?
I mean, I'm not going to say a 10, obviously, but I'm a solid 7.
Okay.
On a good day, I'm a 9.
How you go from a 7
It's
to
a
a
thinking
9?
game. Sometimes your head's not in the game.
My head's never in the game. I think that's the problem.
You know,
it's like metaphorical for life.
Yeah, chess is very.
It's logic.
It's all logic. Once you understand chess, you'll understand a lot more things. No, seriously.
You're smiling though. I don't know if I could take you serious.
Not because it's amazing. Like I'm slowly realizing
Like
how much, like just knowing chess. See, I'm
Look
even
here,
breaking the
sweating
sweat.
already. Nah, it's hot outside. It's hot in here.
But yeah, chess makes you realize how to make moves. You know, it's really, you know, how to make life choices and make them and think about them at a.
Yeah, but it's so much pressure to win.
And just think about this: some chess games are timed, so you got to think
true.
your move.
I think I saw that in Harry Potter. Was it? I don't know. Somebody correct me.
I'm not big into Harry Potter or those types of movies.
It's fine.
But I'm pretty sure it references.
I probably made that
references.
up. I feel like I made that up.
Well, I'm pretty sure those types of movies have a lot of references
To
on
something,
chess.
yeah.
You know, because it's like mythical and stuff like that. And the thing about chess is like very like if basically you learn how to move through things and kind of plan out without.
Like it forces you to think ahead.
Yeah, exactly. And like think of what can happen on the other end. You know, life is a chess game.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? Like you're always going against the opposition of. Hey, you're always against the ops.
But niggas be having ops and not like just making ops.
I mean,
in their head.
some people just make that stuff in your
like
head.
a hater
But
is not an op.
No, listen. You know what's an op? Life. Life can be an op.
That could be a deeper.
If you're not in a happy place, life can be an op because it keeps beating you down to where you can't go further.
I hear what you're
You know what I
saying,
mean? Like,
and I understand,
for a
but
lot
I
of people,
disagree.
and I'm just speaking in a metaphorical way, you know, where it can mean more than just what I'm voicing out. You know what I mean? Because it's much more
bigger, yeah, it's deeper.
You know, but that's another conversation.
But how was your weekend, Banz?
My weekend was uneventful.
Uneventful or eventful?
Uneventful.
Uneventful. So what did you do?
I mean, outside of work, that's it. Stayed home most of the weekend. It was too hot to be around.
Yo.
If I wasn't going to like the beach or something, I'm not trying to go nowhere.
It was so damn hot. I real like the older I get, the more I realize like the heat is not for me. Like I like fall. Fall is my bag.
You know what it is? It's not that the heat's not for me. It's that when it gets hot and muggy, you know, just look at me. I'm breaking the sweat just sitting here.
Yeah, we need
talking. So
we need air.
So if you think about it, it was 96 degrees.
It literally almost reached 100 this weekend, and we're only in.
And it's the
June.
first wave of heat we had
in a long time.
On this level. You know what I mean? So think about that. And it's not like dry heat. Like we went to LA, it was 100 degrees and we was moving fine.
Oh no, LA was y'all. I want to be there again right now. Like I can't get over that trip.
It's a good trip, but yeah, like the weather out there is hot, but it's dry, so you don't feel that extra weight on you. Like
and by like 6 p.m. it cools down.
It cools down, and you know it's a nice little breeze. But here, the heat's through the night. You know, you hop out the shower, you're already sweating.
Yeah,
you know
I feel like it gets hotter in the night. Like the heat is like preparing us for what's to come the next day. Like you bitches thought it was gonna cool down. It's about to get hotter. Like today was only 85. Not only, but it was hot as fuck. And then tomorrow will be 96. I'm like, yo, but everybody was complaining.
We hit a corner that I mean, just in a week. Think about it like this: in a week, in Rhode Island, Massachusetts, in our area,
New England
area, you had your weather go from almost 45 degrees in some places to 96 in a matter of 4 days.
Literally, I was wearing a jacket last week when
Think
it was
about
raining.
that.
I'm like, bro, what the fuck? But hey, it is what it is, and we just have to adjust.
I appreciate the heat.
You do?
I don't want to sound like I don't.
Because you're a summer baby.
I'm
you
a
think
summer
that plays a
baby.
part? You think like the weather that you're born in is the weather that you like?
Not necessarily.
Because I'm a fall baby, and I love the fall. But I also don't mind the spring. But the summer, keep it. Like yesterday, I was like, Emma wanted to go to the park, and I was like, there's no park. The park's closed. But it was hot as fuck. Like, even in the shade, it was hot. And we were walking in my car is a little 2000 Honda Civic Hoopty that the heat, the AC is like non-existent almost. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I'm sweating in my car with the AC on. It don't make no damn sense. I need a new car. I need a newer car.
Soon.
When?
It'll come.
This is what niggas with good AC do. They be like, soon. Like, but his AC is blasting. That's why. That shit turns cold as soon as you get in the car. My shit needs time.
Now you see, now you're making me feel bad because
You don't have to feel bad. It's not your fault that I'm poor. It's not your fault.
I mean, but like, you know, like I'm saying it like soon, like you're gonna
when I've been waiting. Yo, you know what's crazy? Speaking of waiting, and I'm looking at my name tag here. 3 people quit at my job last week. And before that, the 2 weeks before that, 4 people quit. It's time for me. I've been praying to God, please, Jesus, in Jesus' name, we pray that I have a new job in line so that I can get at least a 2012 and get that AC cracking because it's hot as fuck outside. And I'm done. And also my trunk doesn't close. I feel like that needs to be addressed. But it's fine. We won't get into that. You look like you don't want to get into it.
No. No, I don't want to get into that.
Listen, there's a lot of lessons in the L's.
I mean, but that's what life is. That's why life starts with an L. And
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Yo,
and I don't want to make it seem like I'm just making fun of you.
Because you're laughing.
I'm laughing because that's just funny. Life starts with an L.
You gotta laugh. You just gotta laugh.
You gotta laugh at life.
You gotta laugh. But with that being said,
so let's just jump right into some culture shock. Hey, what's up? It's Christina Sev.
You already know what it is, your boy Banz, and we are the Spark Up Podcast.
We are 2 individuals who came together to try and make sense of the mess in the world through conversation.
We're also cousins. I'm the older cousin.
And I'm the wiser cousin.
I wouldn't say all that now.
Well, all jokes aside, we created this podcast to open dialogue on layered topics of life that we think isn't being talked about enough.
We have conversation through the lens of millennials who are on their own creative journeys.
Yes, and we sit down with other creatives and entrepreneurs who have stories and journeys filled with gems.
Yep, this podcast will spark up some real talk.
Yes, sir. The Spark Up Podcast starts
now.
Woo!
all right. So this is the Culture Shock, the segment where we talk about all things society, pop culture, that leads us into sometimes deep conversations, sometimes nonsense. So here it goes. First, I want to give a special shout out to Issa Rae, who has been casted to be Spider-Woman, aka Jessica Drew, in Spider-Verse sequel, co-starring Shameik Moore, who plays Miles Morales. And
that's for the Spider-Man sequel of the multiverse.
yeah, the intro to
That's
Spider-Man.
the half animated, half.
Yes, exactly. So, and so Issa Rae commented, she said it's a dream come true. She says she's been a fan of Spider-Man since she was in the 3rd grade, but she also just filmed the 5th and final season of Insecure, which is one of the best TV shows in a long time. I don't care what anybody says. I know you're late. We got to do a party or something. So you can. I think you will like it for real, for real.
I'll check it out.
We gotta check it out. We'll take a day off and binge it.
You know, it just hasn't called my name because.
But why?
I've never been interested.
But do you know what it's about?
It's about, from what I've heard from fans, it seems like more like a soap opera /
Not at all.
Like, almost like a real life type of show. Like,
it's about
almost like a soap opera.
Nah, not even close. Have you seen a soap opera? It's trash.
I mean, with better acting.
Okay, so not even that. It's
like a Martin. But with more soap opera.
No, because Martin feels more like a sitcom. This show feels more like a movie. Like the way that it's filmed. It's filmed by Melina Masuka, who has directed a bunch of Beyonce and what's her Solange
so
videos.
It's almost like what Netflix original would be too.
Nah, better than that.
Are they on HBO or?
It's on HBO.
Okay.
But it's about a girl who is basically finding her way in life, and you see, it's really the dynamics of Black people and Black relationships, whether it be best friends, dating, boyfriend, girlfriend. And it's about this girl who is dating this guy for a long time, and shit happens. They break up. They get back. Like, it's real. It's true to life. I think you would enjoy it. I really do. A lot of guys watch this show, believe it or not. It's not a chick flick type of TV show. It's a good show. We have to watch it. Like, I feel
like an Empire, but
no, Empire is a musical.
No, I'm just saying, like, the style of recording.
No, Empire was really true to the way TV shows are filmed.
Okay.
This show is filmed like a movie, but it's 30 minutes. And it's comedy too. There's comedy, there's drama. I think you would enjoy it. I really do. I've been trying to convince you for years, but I feel like it doesn't work.
Pressure doesn't bother
It's not
me.
about pressure. It's just about that when you look back, this will be one of the shows or one of the pillars in Black culture. So your Black card will be revoked if you don't watch this.
I'm sure there's a lot of Black people that haven't watched this.
I don't know. Anyways.
But continue with the Spider-Man.
Yes.
Spider-Woman?
Wow, that's crazy. So she'll be starring in Spider-Woman, Jessica Drew, and aside from that, filmed the 5th and final season of Insecure. She signed an 8-figure film. I don't know if we talked about this before. This is pretty old news, but she signed an 8-figure film and TV partnership deal with Warner Media under her Hooray Media label. She told Variety that she already had 15 projects in development with Warner Media, but this new deal expands her reach and access. So Warner Media is like the parent company to all these branches. So she'll be dipping into drama and unscripted and documentary work. So
dope.
It is really dope. I'll give her an air horn for that. And I really like that white people are realizing that Black people have power. There's been the subscription for HBO has heightened since Insecure came out. It really has. And Insecure has been really, really successful. I know the fans out there are mad that Insecure is ending, but she said from her mouth that Insecure was always planned to be this short. Although it feels shorter for us, but for her, it's been a long journey. So congratulations to Issa Rae.
One thing I want to say about the
Black excellence.
Marvel thing. Marvel been ahead of the curve.
Like they don't really fail.
They've cast everybody I mean, you could say starting like when they started doing the Avengers movies, like they did the right casting for almost every person they put in that slot.
Literally.
So like, I'm pretty sure. Well, I believe this is Universal and Sony. I mean, or Sony and Marvel.
Yeah, because they did merge.
It's a merger one, so it's not directly Marvel related. So like, Marvel and whoever is on the other end of this company is probably Sony, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not really sure about that.
They split the decision, so the casting might be a little different on a Sony Marvel film.
I hear you, but I don't know. I'm not too sure about that, but we can go into, let's see, our trusty dusty Wikipedia. Yeah, you're right. Produced by Columbia Pictures and Sony Pictures Animation. So it is a collaboration between both worlds.
Yeah, so
but either way, it was a good movie.
Definitely was a good movie. You just got to put that out there because of the fact that there's so many branch offs. And now Marvel is acquiring a lot of its IP back.
Facts.
Where now they could use, X-Men,
I'm so excited for that.
other characters that they couldn't use in their...
Because eventually Marvel and DC merge. If you
No,
right?
No, DC is a whole different...
No, but I'm saying, like, doesn't X-Men and...
I mean, there is a Marvel / DC like storyline.
Yeah, I'm not privy.
So DC is Batman,
right? Superman,
so
Wonder
that's
Woman,
like away from Spider-Man.
Yeah, but don't they merge at some point?
No, they do come together. They do come together for like a few issues in comic books and stuff like that, but they never
still
merged.
very separate.
Very separate. In the movie universe, it's the DCU, the MCU.
Okay.
And then the Sony Marvel.
I'm more of a fan of Marvel.
And it used to be also Fox Marvel, which
okay.
Marvel
that's
bought
the
back the
part.
rights to all the Fox characters. Now, the Sony ones are yet to be bought. But they know they got a big fish on the line, so they're not gonna let.
What's the big fish?
Big fish. They got Spider-Man. They got all the Spider-Man universe characters. That means they own rights to
the pig, the this, the that, like all the characters we've seen in the movies.
Well, yeah, some of those characters are still licensed by Sony Marvel, so they own those characters because that's a whole storyline about when Marvel was just Marvel.
And that's like a whole nother creator and author.
They had to sell their characters to be able to hold up the company. And now that they have the capital, one being in a partnership with Disney, they have to come forth as
right, because Disney owns Marvel now. Okay,
so
okay,
basically, now Marvel has that big bag behind it. So Sony's not cutting that deal where they're like, because if it was like that, all Spider-Man characters would have been in Marvel movies a long time ago.
That makes sense.
So they've come together and made a deal where, we get to use Spider-Man, but we get to use some of your characters. So now they're kind of eating together.
That makes things weird though, because
some characters you won't know about in that universe.
Not only that, but DC movies haven't been the best.
No, DC's been out of it. They have nothing to do with any of these Marvel entities. But
what I'm saying is, like, if we're comparing DC to Marvel, the Marvel movies have been better products. Would you say?
I mean, blowing DC out the water, I hate to say it like that.
I mean, even though the first Wonder Woman was good.
The Batman movies have been great. I'm not
like, you're talking about Dark Knight.
Those movies have been great. But outside of that,
crazy? I never seen it. When it came out, I was in DR for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, so basically the Batman movies are great, but outside of that, the Superman movies, you know,
The first one wasn't bad.
I don't really care much.
The
for
origin
Superman.
story, it wasn't that bad. The one where like they find out like where he's from and he gets adopted. They
Are
show
you
that
talking
story.
about the old one or the new?
No,
one?
I'm talking about the one that came out like 2015.
Okay, so yeah, like it's basically the backstory.
Yeah, I
Of
thought it was good
Superman.
though. It was decent.
I mean, the director's amazing that did that movie. So yeah, like the storyline for me lacks. You know, the whole Superman kryptonite thing doesn't really.
You know what it is? I think the difference
capture me
between
like that.
Marvel and DC Comics, I think that the
Better
people
writing.
who work on DC, not only that, but it seems like they're focusing more on the bag versus the people who work on Marvel are focused more on the product and how
No,
it
you
comes
know what
out.
it is that DC loves to, and this is my opinion. I see it this way. DC loves to do character development, so it doesn't give enough
So it's
time
slower.
it's slower, and it doesn't give the movie that. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? I don't want to know every little step that happened. Like, just give me a little bits and pieces.
I
and
understand.
as you tell me the story, you also
Get the
develop your
movie.
character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's where DC lacks.
But,
You know,
but
like for Batman, they didn't do too much of a backstory. So it was like off rip, you know. You
Like, it
already
was on
knew
and popping.
who was enemies, who was not, who was on what side. There was no second guessing. You knew
So
who
it's
the
the
Joker
writing.
was off rip.
so it's the writing.
The writing too has a big part to play.
But the
in it.
writing is everything. The writing
But also
is the story.
the director. Sometimes
But the director-
the writer's vision doesn't get translated the proper way.
It goes hand in hand, but I think that the writing plays a bigger part because the script goes to the director. If it's not one and the same, sometimes we get lucky and we get a film where the director is the writer. But going back to Issa Rae, have you watched anything else with Issa Rae? This will be your first time seeing her, wouldn't it be?
She's probably, if you go through like her catalog, I'll probably be able to.
I don't think so. Her catalog is not that big. She's done Insecure. She did the movie with
I think I did watch her in a movie,
She did the movie with the little girl who's really not a little girl.
and I think I seen her in a movie not too long ago.
She did the movie with Lakeith Stanfield. She did Lovebirds,
Lovebirds.
Insecure,
I think that's
and the
movie I seen.
photography. And she also did a movie with Regina Hall and the little girl from Blackish, who's damn near a grown woman now. So this would be kind of like your introduction to her. Right?
Well, I guess, yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. Congratulations to Issa Rae. That's a big deal. That deal that she has with Warner Media. Just shout out to Issa Rae. And speaking of women who are in film and get into the bag, Jennifer Lopez also recently signed, as of June 7th, it was reported that she signed a deal with Netflix under her New Yorican Productions company for scripted and unscripted TV and film. She produced one of my favorite films of all time, El Cantante. I don't know if you've seen
Mark
that
Anthony,
with Mark
that's about,
Anthony.
Hector Lavoe.
Wow. The way she portrayed her character, Pucci, I think is her best performance ever. But people will say I'm biased because I have an obsession with her. But she also, New Yorican Productions also produced the movie Hustlers with Keke Palmer, Julia Stiles,
Cardi B.
Lizzo, and Cardi B, which broke like the internet at one point. The movie didn't do so good, but she's done a lot. And also the hit show The Fosters on ABC Family, which is now Freeform, I believe. That show lasted 5 seasons. And also The Shades of Blue, which I personally watched. It was a really good show about her being like bad cop, good cop. And then the most recent show, World of Dance, with Neo, who's a co-host. I don't know if you've heard of that. So congratulations to Jennifer Lopez, who continues to reinvent herself at 50 plus years old. Man, the most beautiful
it's never
woman in
too
the
late
world. It's never too late.
To chase your dream.
Especially when you got the money for it.
Especially that, but it don't matter even if you don't have the money. There's ways to make it happen.
Yeah, man.
And long as you chase your dream, you tried at least. You know, you can't say, "Oh, I didn't make it because I don't know. What if?"
Right.
You know, no, I tried.
Yeah, she's trying everything.
And I did what I could. So if her movies doesn't come out that great, you know, her fans will be like, okay, at least she tried.
Not only that, but she's on Netflix now. There's so many viewers on Netflix. So people watch shows off the strength. Mm-hmm. You know, so congratulations.
And I mean, if she hits a home run, she hit the home run. And
that would be crazy.
Now I'm Master Director or whatever they call the top directors.
She's just a producer
in Hollywood, you know, or whatever she takes on, she could add that to her resume and be like, "Yo, I'm a professional. This, that, the other."
I mean, New York Productions started in 2005 or 2006, so she has a lot of experience with creating things and making visions come to life.
She's also been on a good batch of films, so. She knows how the things work.
I'm so glad that you said that because a lot of people be hating on her. Like, first of all, Enough, Wedding Planner, Selena, fucking Selena, one of the best biopics of all time.
You know, people would sit there and pick somebody apart, but have not done
Money Train.
You know, half the things that one person has accomplished. Mm-hmm. You know, I noticed that. You know. Not to get into the Mayweather Logan Paul fight.
Did you watch it?
Yes, I did watch it.
Who won? And I didn't watch.
I mean, Mayweather worked this boy out, but, you know, you got to give it to home dude, you know, to stand in a ring. If anything, the embarrassment was to Floyd because
for of the fact, even getting to that.
Because he didn't knock the kid out. So basically, think about it like this. You're the undefeated champion of the world, but you can't put this YouTuber down that started boxing.
But he's a solid dude, though.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He's a solid, strong kid, too. And he was in shape. He came ready for the fight. Mm-hmm. You know, he showed out. Mm-hmm. Didn't win the fight, but he won the battle.
Yeah. Shout out to Josh and Murph, who were actually live streaming it on YouTube.
Yes, they do their commentary live, and they, you know,
big fans of boxing. If you're a big fans of boxing and UFC, head over to Josh and Murph on YouTube, and they do commentary all the time. Josh specifically like breathes boxing and UFC, so shout out to them. That was interesting. I have to look back into that video, but. If there's anything that we learned in the past few years about Miss Tina Lawson, aka the queen herself's mom, is that she will stick up for her babies no matter what, including Jay-Z. So recently, Jay-Z and Beyonce were stalked, of course, because they're the biggest hip-hop R&B stars of our time. They were at the Bucks versus Nets game for game 1, and Jay-Z was caught rubbing the queen's leg on the internet, and people started to put a bunch of things. Oh, he's calming her anxiety. Oh, this is what he does to make her feel comfortable. And people started to put clip. And coincidentally, he does this all the time. Like, he's always touching on her leg. They found a bunch of pictures and videos of him touching her. So Miss Tina did everyone a favor, and she put a collage together showing all the moments where Jay-Z was at courtside with his wife Beyonce and he touched her leg. And included the most recent video of him, like, you can see like he's stroking her leg, like I feel like as a husband would do, right?
I mean, if I'm with my wife,
why not?
My woman.
Especially
like I don't know if that's the right way to say it. My woman.
No.
You're allowed to say that.
I mean, it's a straight couple, so yeah.
Okay, so no, I'm not saying because of that. I'm saying because.
But it is his woman.
Because some people would say that you're objectifying
his lady,
the woman.
His woman, whatever.
You know, so I didn't want to, just in case there's somebody out there that feels that way.
I like the way you're thinking right now.
You know. But that's his wife. Like, why are we pressed? Or even like it shouldn't be. Like, I get it. Some people are complimenting it, but Do you compliment
people
your
were like,
husband like this when he, you know, just kind of taps, like gives you a shoulder rub or something? Like,
I'm gonna get to that. So she made it her business to put a collage together of all the moments they were courtside and he was touching her leg, including the most recent video of them at this Bucks and Nets game. And she captioned the post saying, "When you love someone and like them, you just want to touch them. Me and Richard are always touching, even if it's just our feet. Yeah, that's what you do." Heart emoji. For those of you who don't understand, try it sometimes. It works. Human touch is how you stay connected. Heart emoji. So comical, people saying she has anxiety in public and that's why he touches her. Lord, people, y'all can turn something good and healthy into something that it's not. Stop that. Mad exclamation points. By the way, if someone has anxiety, then it is great for their partner to touch them and calm and reassure them. That's a beautiful thing. It just happens to be not the case here. And I love that she stood up for that. And
let me ask you a question, because in the screen I can see that they have hearts. Is that exactly what she wrote?
No, that's literally what she wrote. Look at the post right here. This is the post right here, and then I'll show you the video. These are all, I don't know how people found this, but these are all the pictures of them courtside. And he literally, that's like his signature thing, is to touch Beyonce's leg. And he literally, you see him here, he's touching her leg. And he's like looking for her at first, like, oh, where's her leg? And then he rubs her leg, which I think is beautiful.
Could you not, if your wife is Beyonce, could you not reach over, like,
bruh,
let me see if she's still really there. You know, it's like the saying they say, if you buy a car and you don't look back at your car, it's not the car for you. I
never heard that. I feel like you just made that up.
No, this is a real thing. Because I like to build cars. If you build a car and you don't look back at your car like, oh shit, I built that, it's not the car for you.
Yeah, I get it. I'm a big fan of PDA.
Just like your woman, like, like, damn, let me see if she's still there.
I love it. And also, like, sometimes
my girl's so amazing.
Like, Regina has done that with us. Come on, let's hold hands. And even you do that with the touch on the shoulder. It's like, she's right. Human touch gives you that, like, ooh, that common feeling, is grounding.
It doesn't always need to be, like, out of love. It could be a calming, like, yo.
That's what I'm saying. Like, from family to family.
Like, some people, when they're worked up and, somebody rubs their head, they kind of,
I love my head being rubbed.
But yeah, some people,
laughing?
no, because you was like, oh, you know what I mean? Some people need that to calm down.
Are you a PDA person? Would you say, like, if you were in a relationship, would you be?
I'm not, type? But I don't hate it.
Okay. Like, what's too far for you in PDA? Like kissing in public?
I mean, nothing's too far from me, but
you would make out in public.
I have.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Banz is out here for the killing. No, I agree. I'm like this is so simple. Like, if you're in a loving relationship, you will touch your partner. It's natural. It's natural. Yeah.
Like, that's why you dap your homeboys up. It's not,
or hug,
or when you do a business deal, you go and shake the hand of that other person.
It's that touch
firmly, because you're there to. It's a language,
right? I agree, but yeah, shout out to Miss Cena for always having her babies back. And if I were married to Beyonce, I would be touching her every second to make sure that it's still here, that it's still real.
Yeah, like, damn,
and shout out to
still there.
Yeah, and shout out to Jay-Z for coming to that place in his relationship where he can show his wife love, because for a long time they didn't show each other that love. So for him to be in this position of comfortability with his wife is beautiful. And they're getting older and wiser, and things are not so new anymore, and they're just fucking human beings. Like,
yeah,
I think people like to be touched on the low, even if it's not high key. No?
I don't know. I can't speak for everybody, but I mean, I like some human interaction, some some skin to skin, like
Skin to skin like a baby.
So yeah, sometimes you need some skin to skin. I think it's a natural thing. So
Yeah, and when I saw this, I thought of asking you about your love language. There are 5 love languages. Whew. And one of them is touch. The other 4 is words of affirmation, acts of service, gifts, and quality time. Banz, what is your love language?
all of the above.
Why? You're needy.
No, I'm saying like I'm also a giver. I'm not just needy.
No. Like, what kind of love do you like? Is it words of affirmation, which is basically someone expressing their appreciation,
I appreciate
sending you a text? Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think to me, that's a regular thing. Like,
It's not, though.
appreciate people. Like, you know.
But do you tell? No. I'm asking, what kind of love do you like? Words of
That I like?
affirmation, acts of service, physical touch, gifts, or quality time. There's 5 of them.
I mean, I'd be lying to you if I don't like physical touch.
Okay, that's one.
That's
What's the most prominent one that pops in your head after that? After physical touch, what's the most important one for you?
I mean, the most important one, because that's probably my favorite one, the touch.
Okay.
But the one that's more important to me would be, which
Words of affirmation, acts of service, gifts, quality time.
words of affirmation.
Okay. That's
I would say the quality time. Just give me a little bit of your time. We both busy. Let's grind.
What if she's not busy?
Then grind with me.
We're not gonna get into this conversation.
I'm just saying, like,
crazy. She can't be a manager at Applebee's, at Dollar Tree. She got to be the next big thing.
No, it's not even that. It's just like I want you to be working towards your goals too.
Okay.
Like, I don't just want you to be stagnant.
Yeah, my love language is physical touch and quality times. No, physical touch, words of affirmation, then quality time. I like to be in the presence of the person I'm involved with. Like, I need to, even if we're just like both on our phones or watching TV, whatever it is, I just need
You're
to
that
be.
weirdo that I don't mean to say it like that. That wants to just be in the room.
That's crazy.
I'll just sit here. It doesn't matter. I'll sit here and you could just breathe. I just need to be around your energy. Is that you?
That's not weird. I'm maybe clingy.
I'm not saying weirdo in a bad way. You know what I mean? Like, it's like odd. You don't get that much.
I don't. You know what it is, though? I didn't get a lot of quality time with key people in my life coming up. So now, as someone I love, I feel like you should be there. But then at the same time, if we're just laying, I need to have interaction. I need to feel your presence. I'm clingy. Yes, I'm a stage 5 clinger. Is that what you want me to say?
It sounds like you're a stage 11.
Oh my God.
Jeez.
Maybe I am. But that is my love language. I love quality time, words of affirmation. I need to know that I'm doing a good job.
There's no bad way to love. If you get what I'm saying, I mean, they could be
too much love is not
exactly. They could be toxic. They could be, but that's a different conversation. Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is, there's no
wrong way.
Wrong way. It might not be accepted. That's a different story.
That's a fact. That is a fact. But moving on. I ran into a website that has a rent sneaker subscription, and I know on a recent pod you expressed your anger for Nike being unfair and all the sneakerheads being unfair. Now there's a way you can subscribe to get one shoe a month for as little as $50 a month. No line, no wait, no nothing. They send you an exclusive sneaker one sneaker a month, then you have to return it. Would you do that?
So it's like using bowling shoes. I don't know. That's risky for me.
But they have different plans.
Just imagine taking a shoe that you really can't afford. And I mean, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
it's
doing
only
the
$50
service.
a month.
I'm not doing the service, but I'm pretty sure there's fines if you know, like there's got to be some type of usage.
Maybe.
Like
I didn't look that deep into it, so maybe. But yeah, then they have different plans: 2 pairs a month, 3 pairs a month, 4 pairs a month, and it goes up to I think like $200.
So you have a whole collection.
I mean, it's smart. No, but you have to give it back.
But it's smart. Like if,
so you only have a pair of sneakers
let's
for
say,
a
for
month.
example, I want a few pairs of exclusive kicks. I don't want to spend the money. To some people, it may feel like, okay, I should do this. 'Cause I don't want to have the baggage.
That's
so
true.
let me rent these sneakers. I get a subscription for a whole year.
Mm-hmm.
I get, let's say I get the maximum deal, which is, I don't know how much, but let's say it's five pairs of sneakers a month for like $250, and I'm just throwing numbers out there. To that person, it might be worth it.
That's true.
You know, because you got 5 times 12. How many pairs of sneakers have you had the whole year?
Yeah, but you don't
repeat.
get to keep that sneaker.
And they never repeat, though.
I know.
So for somebody that is, you know, faking it till they make it, it might work for them. But at the end of the day, you're spending more than probably buying a sneaker.
Here's the thing right here. Level 1 is rent 1 sneaker at a time, access 100 plus styles up to $300, monthly shipment value $300. Rent up to 2 sneakers at a time, access 200 plus styles up to $650, and unlimited swaps. Level 3, rent up to 3 sneakers at a time, access 250 plus styles up to $1,200 in value. And then level 4, run up to 4 sneakers at a time, access 275 styles up to $2,000 in value. And in the picture, they have examples of Jordans, Yeezys, and
Off-Whites
and Dunks, whatever it is. So the exclusive sneaker that comes out for that month. This sounds like a scam to me.
I'm not with it. I'd rather buy the sneaker.
It's
if
dumb.
I'm gonna spend $250 on rent and sneakers, I'd rather buy them.
But the thing is, if you're spending $250, you get 3 sneakers a month.
Think about it like this: there's one plan that's $400 a month.
Mm-hmm. This for 4 sneakers, so it's $100 a pair. Well, you're looking at sometimes sneakers cost up to $200.
$2,000. Like, I'm not risking.
2, 4, 6.
Think about it. I'm not risking anything to happen to those sneakers that cost $2,000 because I want to pay some. I'm pretty sure they got insurance, something for insurance. I'm not with it.
I don't know. That's weird to me,
I'd rather
but it
buy
is
my own
interesting.
Sneakers.
It is very interesting,
You know,
and I agree.
I'd rather buy my own sneakers. I mean, maybe there's a financial way that's more beneficial for somebody. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. It depends.
I would have to sit down and do some math on that. But
you're looking at, like, for example, an exclusive pair of Jordans right now are $150
plus.
An exclusive pair of New Balances designed by our very own Drew Barr are $200 plus.
Hold on, but you're speaking in your size. You're not speaking in.
But I'm saying minimum because the value is up to $2,000.
Okay.
So if you're looking at $250 average per pair, that's 2, 4, 6, 8. That's
$1,000.
That's $1,000, and your value is $2,000. So I don't know. I feel like if you're a big sneakerhead and you're really like somebody who's doing it for the gram and trying to, it's pros and cons. Because you can flex the sneaker, you can do what you do, take pictures, blah, 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 look fresh. But then if you want to keep the shoe, what happens?
I mean, I'm pretty sure they got a buyout deal.
That's dumb though.
You know what I mean? But I want to keep making my money on this sneaker, so it's gonna cost you more.
Yeah, it sounds like a dub
Now
to
you
me.
could pay. You could pay it on a monthly plan. Now I got you stuck in here, paying me such and such dollars a month,
$250.
and I'm making double the sneaker, triple
That's
the
crazy.
sneaker. You know, that's how people. That's, you know, and I don't mean to say like this. That's how us poor people stay in the slump.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because we gotta fake it till we make it on the gram.
Yeah, that's
which
weird
isn't
to me.
healthy,
That it's
but-
like you're renting the sauce. Like, you can't rent the sauce. It's either you have
You
it,
have it or you
don't.
don't.
Exactly.
Simple. I mean, like, you know, like if you don't got it, why you,
Why you forcing it?
you know, why you forcing it?
Mm-hmm.
Who's there to judge you?
That's true.
You know, we scream out, we don't trust nobody, no new friends, all these little, you know, catchy phrases. But why are we so amped to go get rented sneakers? And I'm just speaking hypothetically. I'm not saying
of course. Yeah.
but you know, like, what would make me, like, there's got to be a financial gain somewhere where I'm like, okay, this is worth my while.
I think they're banking on people feeling like they should subscribe to this. I feel like they feel like people rather sport shoes for a month than wear it forever, which is weird to me. Like, if I have a pair of sneaker and I really like it, I want to keep it.
Now think about it like this: you're somebody that's hot and popping. You're coming up, and you know you go out every weekend, but you don't want to buy all the sneakers. Woo! This is me turning it into a way that I can see may work.
Like how it works.
Now I pull up to all the parties with all the freshest kicks.
Ooh.
You know, Off-White, the
new Yeezys.
the Yeezys. In fact, I pull up in some Red Octobers.
Not the
You know, and you know everybody's always talking.
No, but that doesn't
But
count.
I'm just saying, like, you know, I'm pulling up in these sneakers that are super crazy, and not a lot of people have them. Every time I come to the club, now my appearance becomes amplified. I'm amplifying my appearance, so now people are thinking that I'm really
Like, you
that
got
nigga.
money, yeah.
You know, I'm not saying that if I'm not nobody's financial advisor to be offering financial help
But
or anything,
king.
but you know what I mean, if you're going this route, you're probably making the wrong move. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like, now you're renting these sneakers to make an appearance, to make people think a certain way of you. Mm-hmm. And you're banking on the fact that, oh, people think I am the shit now.
Right.
That may work for someone. Mm-hmm. You know, because I don't own those sneakers. So when I'm out the club, you see me regular basketball shorts and chancletas all the time. But think about it, it works out. If you think about it, it works out.
That's weird to me to be renting shoes. Like, I want to keep.
You look
my
at the
shoes.
bill. Let's say in 1 year, 400 times 12.
That's a
about
lot
it.
of fucking money. 4
It's
times 12 is
5,600.
48. 48. Because 4 times 11 is 44.
Yeah, you're right.
It's 48. 48.
4,800 a year.
Oof. I couldn't do it. Couldn't be me. But anyway.
But you had all the flyest kicks.
Nah,
Your pictures, your
Not
everything's
worth
coming
it.
out fly. Now
It's
you
not
that
worth
nigga.
You know what's
people's
not worth
eyes.
it? Sliding into the DMs of young children. You have no business in sliding. You have no business sliding in. Drake Bell, a.k.a. Drake, from Drake and Josh, Nickelodeon's hit show, which most of us grew up on this show. He has been allegedly claimed to be a pedophile. He has a very troubling record. He had a DUI first. He moved to Mexico. He filed for bankruptcy. He's done all these weird stuff, right? And so recently he got caught having an inappropriate conversation with an underage child. They don't specify whether it's a male or a woman. And also his former girlfriend, Melissa Langefeld, accused him of abuse in 2020. So this man is disturbed, clearly. DUI, abuse, now a pedophile. And it just really made me think about how much weight we put on people we love and how imperfect they can be. And also like Disney stars, Nickelodeon stars, like just teen stars going like crazy. Like we've seen nothing but product of fame being a detriment to people's health. And this is just another case. We talked about the guy from That's So Raven. What's his name again? Orlando Brown going crazy talking. He went off. Listen to an early episode of that. That was a hot ass mess, but it was funny as hell. And I just thought, like, what is it? Is it lack of guidance? Is it their parents? Is it lack of management? Like, what? Why is it such a high coincidence that these Disney stars, Nickelodeon, teen stars, period, go through these like terrible things? Like, what is it that allows them to make wrong decisions for their life? I don't know. It's so weird, but it's a lot of them.
I wouldn't know how to tell you. Like, it's like maybe fame at such a young age and possibly so much money coming in that their parents really didn't do more to be parents, but became friends. Like, there's
like the money kind of replaced.
It's good to be a friend of your child.
Never.
But you also have to be the parent.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like, there are times where you have to put your foot down and be the parent. Instead of thinking, like, it's just my kid. It's
so you're saying that money gets in the way of them parenting correctly.
Sometimes it cushions what the child is doing, so it doesn't get corrected.
Yeah. You
know what I mean? And I'm not a parent, so I couldn't, step in those shoes and say I could do it better than anybody. It's just what I observe that can be happening. Because if I have all the guidance in the world, but sometimes it's out of carelessness too, from the individual.
And I was looking at, he's only 34 years old, right? So he's fairly young. I don't know. It's just weird to hear, like, okay, not only are you being accused of being a pedophile and, like, potentially being a rapist, but you also have abuse, domestic abuse. You also have DUI. It's like, what's wrong with you? Like, this is more than, you're not dipping into one bag here. You're dipping into multiple wrongs. I don't know. It's weird.
Maybe it was something that happened to him. They say hurt people for a reason.
That's true.
I don't know.
It's
but
weird.
If he did, he's done it. He's probably done it multiple times. This is just the first time he got caught.
Right. And he's pleading not guilty. So, I don't know. We'll see how it pans out. A lot of people on Twitter were going off about white people and being crazy. Some people are saying, oh, my childhood hero, blah, blah, blah. I always say, and I will continue to say, we got to stop putting so much weight and so much value into these celebrities, because at the end of the day, they're just regular people with a lot of money. That's the only thing that separates a celebrity from you and I, is that they got money and they got the opportunity to showcase themselves on a higher, on a higher level. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's weird because what's inappropriate, you know? And I don't mean to sound like that person I'm not justifying what he does, because if a grown man slid into my child's DM, I would be upset. But at the same time, it's like, why is your child on social media? Why is your child?
I mean, but you see, we could always counter that with, well, I didn't know my child was going to be approached by this man. You know, there's always.
I'm saying there's different accessibility. I think as parents, we have to be more concerned about what our kids are taking in. But
also, I guess it's to do in court, and then those files will become available to public. Mm-hmm. You know, I believe that if it is as serious as they say it is, we should hold them to that standard.
Right.
I think since he's Drake Bell, he was a child star.
I mean, but he didn't really have anything bigger than Drake and Josh. So, like, is he really that big of a star?
I'm just saying, like, you know, people use any accolade to their advantage.
That's a fact.
So I think he should be held to the same standard as a regular civilian should, you know, as if somebody else did that, and you know, you treat it both the same. Not because you're, you know, this child star, you're gonna get different treatment.
Right.
Like, and we shouldn't let this go. Like, we should know the outcome of this thing.
And his attorney said it just the way you did. All facts will be revealed in the courtroom. There is no additional comment at this time. So we will be following this story to see.
You could only be judged in a court of law.
Yeah, and sometimes the court of law is wrong.
Yeah, sometimes it is. So,
but we will see what happens with Drake Bell. For the moment, I know there's a lot of speculation and talks about cancel culture and who do we cancel, you know, and who do we forget.
Cancel culture is becoming a thing where, you know, we hear something like we don't want to know the truth about that stuff happening. We just cancel. You know, I understand. Yes, if somebody did something, we should hold them to that standard. Mm-hmm. But we should also do the part to figure out if that person was in the wrong.
I don't think not only that, but I also think that we have to give, and I know this is kind of contradicting what I said about not giving so much value and putting so much weight on celebrities, but we have to give people grace. The same grace that you would want for yourself, you should allow that for other people. For example, Chris Brown, who is a troubled person. We've seen the evidence of that throughout his whole career. Not only aside from the Rihanna thing, and I know that will haunt him for the rest of his life, but he was young. And he came from a troubled, already he came into the game with an unhealthy
it's basically
mental health.
Like, don't judge me. Well, I mean,
don't judge me by my actions, judge me.
It's very...
I know what you're talking about, but what I'm saying is like...
It's a slope because of the fact, like, you know, some people can't forgive. You know?
Not only that, but like Chris Brown's a special case because after Rihanna, we've seen him be abusive and violent after that. But I'm talking like in general, like you have to give people the grace to grow. You have to give them the space to show you that they have changed. And it's up to you as a consumer if you want to support this or not. For example, Tory Lanez. He was just on the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast. I didn't listen to it. I'm sure it's going to get the ratings and the views that they expect to get. But for me, I stand in solidarity against domestic violence. Do I believe that he shot Megan Thee Stallion? Yes. Do I know that for a fact? No, I don't know. Mm-hmm. But as of now, especially being a victim of domestic violence, I can't support somebody like that. So it just becomes a game of like morals and separating the artists.
I see what you mean.
With their humanity.
But, you know, in certain occasions, let's say, and I'm not saying that didn't happen. Let's say that didn't happen. Now, you're kind of, you know, like judging this man, and I'm not saying that.
Of course, yes, I am.
I got to make clear that, you know, that I don't know what happened in that situation or anything. So
Nobody does.
Therefore, I got to make clear that, I state that, let's say he was innocent the whole time. Let's just say. Now, I'm still kind of judging him. That's all I'm saying in terms of the Drake Bell thing. Like, we should really hold them to the accountability that needs to be accounted for.
And not only that, but people go through shit. And I'm not saying that talking to kids inappropriately is right, because I think it's wrong.
It should be a serious thing if
of course.
This is like as bad as...
And he should be punished if that is the case. But what I'm saying is that people are troubled. People make mistakes. People's mental health is in disarray. It's a hot fucking mess. And so I can understand a person making a mistake. I can understand that. And I can understand that people can make a mistake yesterday and grow tomorrow. I can also understand that. So, I don't know. We'll see how it pans out. And
I mean, like I said, if he did this, I hope he gets the time that he earned.
Mm-hmm. But that is all I have for the culture shock. All right, on episode 118. Wow, we didn't even announce that it was episode 118. On episode 118, we have.
I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I don't remember, but it's fine. We have Lily Rayne on this episode. She came through all the way from Atlanta, Georgia, the ATL.
To come sit with us and chop it up.
You know what I love about her most is that she put up a post on Facebook and she said, "Yo, hit me up for features. I'm going to be home." This was like 3 weeks ago. And I was like, I don't need a feature. I need an interview. And then she DM'd me 2 weeks later and was like, "Yo, I'm going to be home this day and this date. What's up with the interview?" So shout out to Lily Rayne for that. Real niggas do real things. That's all I got to say.
Facts. And, man, it's, you don't have to come up and sit with us. So it's very special that people do, and we get to enjoy those moments and showcase it to y'all, the listener. So, we're going to get into this interview and we're going to kick it to us and Rain.
To the right of me, I have someone very, very special. I've been supporting this person since I discovered them, I think back in 2017, something crazy like that. 2016?
I think 2000, when we first started the podcast.
You're right. Yeah. You're right. Yep. This person has undeniable talent. This is one of the only artists from home I see that everybody fucks with, everybody loves. I never heard nothing bad about this person. Every time she steps on stage or steps in the building, everybody's Rayne's in the building. Everybody's chattering so she has that celebrity effect. And she recently left to Atlanta and now she's home here with us on the Spark Up podcast. None other than Lily Rayne.
Thank you guys. I'm happy to be here. Hey. Miss you guys for real.
Come closer to the mic, please.
Words. Definitely
hear you.
Miss you guys definitely for real.
What's up? How's life out of Rhode Island?
It's amazing, but I love home. But it's amazing just to be able to work on what I want to do. Just focusing on me and still growing up, still finding out who I am, what I like to do and shit like that. But it's just a beautiful thing just to do what you want to do every day. Mm-hmm. But this life now.
Talk to us about that deciding point where you were like, you know what, I'm going to go to ATL and do my thing. Because I think a lot of people have the talent and can do it, but they never take that leap of faith. Mm-hmm. So what happened to you that you just I'm out?
So 2019, I was just going through a lot of bullshit, left and right. And it was just, friends passing away, family passing away. Just getting out of like toxic relationships and just toxic relationships just with people, different friends, shit like that. And I was just like, yo, I really want to like start over. And not like start over like, completely like just up and forget. But like, yo, like I got a talent and like I just, I feel like I took it to here in the city, and I just wanted to branch out and, follow my dreams elsewhere, But it's always, I love my city. Rhode Girl to death of me, the shit tatted on me. Everywhere I go, I'm always repping where I'm from. Yeah, like we really got it though. Rhode Island really got it.
I seen you posted a video of a DJ. I don't remember the DJ's name, but he was playing your record on the radio. And I saw you posted a video like, yo, Prov, we did it. We're on the radio. We're out in Atlanta.
Yeah.
How does it feel when you go out there and you are representing like the smallest state and people probably asking you like, what is that?
Is it a road? Is it an island? Everybody
New York?
trying to get us like that.
Shouts out to DJ Greg Street, legendary dude in the game. He's just so legendary in the game. He's just been around for a long time in like Atlanta, the South. So shout out to him. My manager's very good people with him. So he just set it up for me, and it's kind of like I was excited, but I was like, damn, like this is I'm really about to be on the radio. Then I had to do the interview too. I'm like, damn, what if I fuck up and say the wrong thing? Like, I was just overthinking about this shit. But like, we played a unreleased record that will be coming out on my EP coming out hopefully next month. Period. But we played that song, and yeah, that was just a dope experience. And just to be able to tell like somebody that doesn't know what Rhode Island is or what Providence is, just like explaining, like being able to speak for that, like, like, okay, this is what goes on in my city, like, this is what we're influenced by. We're like a melting pot of people, and not a places. Atlanta's cool, I love Atlanta, but we have a lot of culture compared to they have Black history, like they have that down pat, and much respect to that, and I love being out there just for the simple fact of that. But we definitely up here, like we have just a lot of like different cultures. We have our Hispanics, we have our Caribbeans, we have our Africans, we have our Cambodians, our Asians. Like we have just so many different people, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Haitians. Like I could go on and on, but like it kind of like creates the sound for like what I got going on, because I'm just so into like everything else. Like I'm so into like if you notice about me, I'm just not one like a one-dimensional type.
Right, you're not in one
artist.
box.
Yeah, and I feel like that's the beauty of being from Rhode Island, and also like there's other dope artists out here, and they tap into that as well. So I think like that's what's gonna make us, that's what we solidified in that shit, like for real.
No, how was it adapting outside of Rhode Island, doing music where you're going from being well known to not I don't want to say unknown, but you're going to uncharted territory where nobody has been like from Rhode Island like that on that playing field.
Yeah, I love that. Like, I just, I started here with nobody really knowing who I was, and I kind of just like built myself up with just networking, letting the right people hear the shit, share the shit. People being very supportive, which I'm super grateful for. And just to like start somewhere else new, like. That's just like, okay, I've already did it in one place, I can do it again. And like just meeting different people and networking with different people. And shouts out to my manager Dutch, because he also plays a big part in like, you know, people knowing me, knowing like, because, you know, he managed Big Crit for like 10 years, 11 years plus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, just learning and like just kind of being like the fly on the wall. Like, I know my time is coming, but, you know, just like, you know, sitting back, learning, you know. There's nothing wrong with just sitting back and just, you know, doing the work as well, but, you know, just chilling out and
you're still
figuring
young.
it out. Yeah.
You're still very young, so you got time. Mm-hmm. And I seen you out there with Brent Fayez, Young Thug, Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, man. Shouts out to Brent, man. It's like one of my favorite artists.
What was that like? Did you connect? Because I feel like if there's any collaboration I see you with, I feel like I could hear you on a Brent Fayez track.
Right.
That'd be fire.
That would be dope as fuck. But Brent's hella cool. Me and him, like, on some cool shit. We really be just on some people shit, like regular human to human shit. I just did he had introduced me to this hold on, my phone ringing. This is my manager shit. He had introduced me to this dude he's fucking with. His name is Junie. He's from Maryland. And they have a song together, and we just cooked up a song together. Fire. Crazy ass song. So yeah, I just been like, you know, this like, you know, chilling, like really chilling, just being myself in this shit and not doing too much, for real.
No, I seen that you're being embraced by not only the younger kids but also the spitters, the OGs. I believe it was Dizza that you was in the studio with. How was that?
Legend.
That was super dope. He was in Atlanta for, I think he flew out that day. I don't know if he was there for like 2 days. I don't know. But we had a session. My manager calls me like, yo, Dizza wants to get in the studio with you. And I'm like, word?
That's
like,
fire.
what? What? Okay, I'm there. So, yeah, we end up cooking up 2 tracks. My homegirl Sarah from Bel Air, shout out Bel Air, she came through. She came through and showed love. So yeah, that was a great session with me and Dizzy. I fought with him heavy, and him and my manager are really great friends. Like, bro.
So your manager's the plug.
Yeah.
Out here moving like Punch.
Because a lot of people don't, you know, and especially a lot of the older dudes don't give that respect to the younger dudes. So that mean, in my eyes, it spoke volumes to you musically, like, you know, where you sit.
Yeah.
You know, because if someone like Dizza is messing with you off the strength and, you know, your talent, like, that means a lot.
Yeah. And I respect Dizzy, so, you feel me? Like, that was an honor to be in the studio with him, for real. Like, for real.
And go ahead.
Who else has been in the airs of Lily Rayne, like, yo, you know, you doing the thing. I like what you're doing.
A lot of people. I don't really want to name drop, but, you know.
Do it. Just flex a little bit.
Man. Just know stuff is getting done, you know. Stuff is happening. Yeah, I don't really want to name drop, though, but just know stuff is going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
We're not going to pressure you much.
Yeah.
But, man, it's so crazy to see you out in ATL doing your thing. And I just know, like, you're going to thrive out there just for everything you said before. Like, the talent is there, the grind is there. And starting off somewhere new gives you the opportunity to meet new people. I think it's best when you know nobody. So that way you can really prove to people, like, look, this is what it is. Because back at home, you have to convince people, like, I'm not Rayne, I'm Lily Rayne. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to convince people I'm an artist, not just the person you know from around the way.
Yeah.
So it's been dope to watch you. And you preview like 3 different songs, I think. Are those going to be on the EP, or are you splitting it up?
Was that a live? Was it on live?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are going to be on my my upcoming EP. Yeah, those 3 songs. It's an 8-track EP. It's called Rather Not Say, but That's what it's called. But yeah, I think I'm about to drop like possibly next month. We just handling some, situations right now. Great situations though, but
Was you looking to get signed or
distribution.
okay?
Distribution. So I'm looking to do.
And you're back outside. I seen that you posted a flyer. You got a performance out in Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
On Providence Street.
Oh yeah,
So
that's
wild.
Wild.
That's
The
fucking,
coincidence.
Yeah, that's fucking wild. Shout out my homie Mitch, Mavi, Say, like those are all my homies. Like Mitch is from Houston, so he wanted to put together a show, and like I love his music. He love my music. Everybody on that bill, I love their music. So it's just gonna be a big thing in Houston, and they got the city on lock. So yeah.
What's the nightlife like? Is it like we seeing it from back home on social media? Is it really wild? The girls are outside and
Out in Atlanta?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
She said, "Oh,
Atlanta's dope. The nightlife is everything's open. Like the nightlife is definitely lit. Like you go to strip club, like nigga, I was just in a strip club last night. Had a flight.
I seen that on the story."
Like it's just a regular thing out there. Little lounges and shit like that. But they really do got like dope artist events. Like you open mic type shit. I be pulling up just to see like who's hot. You feel me? Who do I like? And you always meet some dope people over there. Like there's this place called Owl Bar on Edgewood. They be just having artists pull up and vendors, different people coming through, and it's just a dope setup over there.
A lot of people say that the support for local talent is incredible.
Yeah.
And you just talked about the open mic. Do you find that there's any difference from what people say in ATL, or is it really what it's caked up to be?
What do you mean?
Like, is that just through the grapevine talk? Like people just saying they support, or is it really like that?
No, it's really like that. ATL is like this. So me, before ATL, I was in LA, and just a comparison between the two, I love LA. LA is beautiful, but I feel at home in ATL. Like it's everybody's, like if you're good at something, people are going to support, like for real. You just got to put it out there for people to, fuck with it. People aren't afraid to be fans out there, so that's what I fuck with. And they're not afraid to fucking support. Like if you're dope, you're dope. You feel me? But I don't know, out here, I mean, I can't really say people support me out here hella. So like I don't really understand the other half.
You one of the lucky ones though.
Yeah. But I just feel like it's just like I had to, not lucky, because I remember at the time no one knew who I was, but I just had to put myself out there and always be in people's face, and letting like people like Jay, like he's a DJ, putting two and two together. He's a DJ. Why not? I sent him some music. Like it's just about like getting in touch with like the people around you. Like you guys, this is the whole platform right now for artists like me, for artists like like in the city. You feel me? So shit like this is dope. Like you just gotta put yourself out there.
And the last time we sat down with you was not even when you released Femme. It was the first project that you put out.
Yeah, it's
one with The Way I'm Living.
Oh yeah,
back in 2017.
Rhode Girl.
Yeah,
Rhode Girl. Period.
But I think yesterday was the 2nd year anniversary of Femme. How do you feel you've changed since you dropped that project?
A lot. Music wise, a lot. I feel like, and this just has to do with location too. Like I feel like I can be myself. Like, I'm more vulnerable. I feel like I'm in my pocket. Like, you know, fam, love the fucking album. That's my shit. Like, and I love Rhode Girl. Like, those are all shit that I've done. Like, still classics, you know? But I feel like I've definitely grown, like, tremendously, like, music wise.
Now, being that it's been 2 years since that project, what's the biggest growth you think you made since?
I mean, shit, it's way deeper than music. It's some life shit, like, really, like, getting in tune with myself and, like, you know, understanding who I am and, you know, what I want to be in this world, like, what I want to put out there, you know, and just understanding that's, you know, that's why I feel like it's the biggest growth is, like, within yourself. So that had to happen for me to, like, create the shit that I want to create. You feel me?
But speak to that. You said to who you are and who you want to be, because we were in the middle of a crazy ass pandemic. Even though I know Atlanta kind of really didn't even get phased by the pandemic.
I mean,
but
we had our little lockdown, but you know that ended quick. Like, this is like, I want to go outside, like, you know. But what was your question again?
Who do you want to be? Who is Lily Rayne today?
Lily Rayne has always been the same person. It just, you know, mature. Like, you know, if, you know, people that know me forever, you know, I'm a little rough around the edges, sometimes misunderstood, been through some shit. But, you know, I don't let, you know, situations make me anymore. Like, I used to just, carry this shit all around everywhere. Like, and it was just like, it was a lot. Like, it was a lot. Like, it was just a lot. So, you know, just shedding that and just, like, finding peace and, you know, getting myself together, like, being healthy, like, being mentally healthy, like, you know, just being around dope people that support me, want me to win. If I'm doing something wrong, correct me, you know, shit like that. Like, having real, genuine people around, like, they ain't gonna let you slip up type shit. And just also being that for yourself, like, fuck depending on that, but, like, being that for yourself, because that's the biggest thing. But just, like, growing, like, definitely grew a lot. But, you know, I love that shit. I just love where I'm at right now with it.
I could tell, I could hear it in the music. It just sounds bigger.
Yeah.
Not to say that your music was whack before, you know, I'm a fan, but it just sounds like you're being more creative. Like, there's this one song, I don't know how it goes at all, so I'm not even gonna try because I'm gonna butcher the shit. But you posted it a couple times on your Instagram reels, and it sounds kind of like pop music.
Word.
You know what I'm talking about?
I can't say your soul, baby. Why you coming back?
That's the one.
Yeah. That I did that in Doppler Studios in Atlanta. Shout out to Mainstream, my homie out in Atlanta. He's from New York though, but he's hella tapped in with a lot of, like, dope Boston artists and producers and shit. And that was actually, I don't know if you're familiar with T-Wop.
No.
Educate us.
He did a lot of Cousin Stiz shit, Mac Miller.
Oh wow, okay.
I think he did something for Mac Miller on his album before he passed. I think the swimming pool. I don't know.
You just know he worked with some big people.
Yeah. But he's super low key too, and he's super dope. He's from VA, super dope. Yeah, that was his beat, and I think he collabed with somebody on that. I don't want to butcher his name, So I'm not even gonna say it, but if he ever sees this, bro, that shit's hot.
How's the rollout looking like? What's it gonna look like? Is it gonna look like how you did it before with just videos and performing outside, or are you going full throttle, like boom, boom, boom? Like, is there a strategy?
Oh yeah, there's definitely a strategy, and there's definitely I'm gonna keep hitting them over the heads with it. Music after music after. You think you're getting one project, there's another project that's already done. You think you're getting those both projects, there's another project that's already done. So that's what I want to. Yeah, that's how I want to keep it. You know, music, visuals, things like that.
Okay.
Now let me ask you a question, because I don't know if I've already asked you this question.
Yeah.
But who are your influences?
My influencers, Pharrell, definitely Kanye, Travis. Nicki, of course. How would we all exist without Nicki?
We are all her sons, right?
Come on.
That's what she keeps saying.
You know, come on. Lauryn Hill, Erykah Badu, Drake.
Whoa, shit.
And that's just how it go.
Yo, where did it go?
Did you shake it?
No,
they say if you
take the top off sometimes.
If it warms up too.
Did you get wet?
No, I'm good. I did not get wet at all. I just don't want this to be wet.
You got it?
Yeah, that was lovely. I love shit like that.
Shoot, we gotta drink it now.
Yeah, we definitely drinking it now. Shout out to Bel Air though.
Hey.
Shout out to Sarah. Shout out to Rick Ross, Bamboo, Valon. Gotta shout y'all out. Y'all be hooking me up. We are all set.
We Gucci now. Wow, that was interesting. That's never happened to me. Then again, I don't really drink champagne like that.
Really? Yeah, I think if you like twist it off, like this shit be
see,
like.
that's why I fucked up.
You want some?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Or you want some?
Cheers. Yeah, hell yeah. You gotta cheers for the Rhode Girl and the success that's ahead.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm so excited for you. It's not even funny.
You take this one.
Man, I appreciate that, man. For real. I don't really be talking to nobody about this shit though, but it's just dope. I'm here talking to you guys.
Is that a plan? Is that by choice that you don't do press and shit like that?
Cheer. Are we cheersing?
No. You got one.
Okay, we can cheers real quick before we go. Cheers to success, health, wealth,
all that.
2021.
Let's get it.
But back to your question. Just by choice, it's like I'd rather just have the work before I get on to just rambling about shit, you know? Like I'd rather have the work to back up for it. But yeah, like some things is just not meant, like, you know, some things is can't say everything. In the beginning, like, when all this shit was new to me, I used to be like, oh my God, this happened. But it's just like, okay, like I'm used to it now. Like, what's going to...
That's a big step of talk right there.
You know? What's gonna, you know, how can we make some money off of this? And how can we fucking change the world? How can we spread the music out? How can we, you know...
become more wealthy?
Yeah.
You know, because... You know, we're from a little town. Nobody pays attention to us like that. Mm-hmm. And just having that opportunity, you know, it must feel great. Yeah. Because not too many people... I know people that quit trying because they didn't get out there that much. And people with talent.
Yeah.
But that also speaks to your team, too. Like you were saying, you have people around you that keep you in check. We're seeing a lot of celebrities, you know... suicide, violence, overdose, and you seem to be in a good place. Skin's glowing, hair shining, like so this is just telling to what your career could look like. And you got to take advantage of all that because it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. It's very serious now. Just that it became serious when I started to take myself serious and take those risks. Yeah, really.
What would you say in your whole entire career? This is including when you wasn't known. What was your biggest hurdle to cross?
Back to, just being yourself again. And not that I always wasn't myself or whatever, but it's just like being comfortable with who I am and like wearing that shit. Like, this is me. Like, being the same person in them rooms. Like, I walk in any room and I come as myself. Like, like I think that's what's most important. Like, just having your own back, like staying true to you. Like, that was being like, cause me, I'm such a nice, genuine person. Like, I love to help. I love to help others so much. And sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I get stabbed in the back, Sometimes I get my feelings hurt, Or sometimes I'm the one hurting the feelings, I'm not perfect. But it's just like staying true, like, for real. Like, and staying true, like, nigga, just putting all the focus that you have on everything else, put it to yourself. Like, sometimes you may feel like, yo, damn, I do this. Like, this person doesn't show me love back. Or, I did this. I was almost drowning myself to the point I was getting negative about things around me, people around me, and, like, filling up this type of resentment and hate that, was just all just I overthink things a lot, And, yeah, like, just really that, for real. Just staying true.
And the music is coming, you said next month, right? Now,
well, I don't want to say next month and then but I'm definitely
what's the hold up? It's not finished.
Everything's finished. Everything's done. I'm in the middle of possibly, signing, so I'm seeing what's up with that. And yeah.
But you got to go out there and perform. So you got to perform the new stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yo, definitely. But shit, I'll definitely perform the new stuff. But if it don't come out by the time I'm performing it, I'm going to still perform it. Fuck it. Like, I can kind of do what the fuck I want to do right now because I'm not signed to a label, I just have management. And, with the grace of God, like, he's like the perfect guy for me. Like, he lets me be myself, lets me do what I want to do, however I want to do. If I think something, he never, goes against what, I'm talking about. You feel me? He could give me advice, but, if there's something I want to do, he's 100% behind it and supporting it. So,
being that we don't know when the project's coming, can you tell us somewhat of what's going to be like your main message in this project? Like, do you have a message, or is it more like, this is me, this is what I got for y'all, check me out? So, I mean, it is, this is me, this is what I got for y'all, but it also is like, if you know where I come from, and even new listeners and shit like that, but like, me, what I want to push is, like, once again, genuinely just being yourself and doing what the fuck you want to do. Like, whether, you did something bad or you did something good, like, I feel like everybody's human and everybody, has their things where they, like, that makes them them. And it's just like, who am I to tell somebody, oh, this is like,
I don't fuck with you, whatever, or you're whack, or like, who am I to say that about somebody's art, or, you know, or because somebody did something, did this, or because somebody said this, like, who am I to just, like, just judge them on that? Like, people are people, and we all do shit, and we all been in the wrong, and we all, like, I just want, my message is just be human and respect humans. That's it. Be human and respect humans. Like, that's all my message is.
And I see you put up, we were talking about this offline, but you put up a video doing some product review. Are you going to step into that world, the YouTube world?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to step into that. Probably not product. I mean, yeah, definitely some big shit with Fenty, Rihanna, they want me to do something. I'll definitely do some shit. But I want to be more on YouTube, because YouTube is a whole nother world, you know? Shit, I think I could do YouTube. It's fun. It's a whole nother bag, too.
And it's
people getting paid millions of dollars off of that shit.
Crazy.
You know? It's all about the content that you putting out. But yeah, I kind of want to do everything.
Just dipping in all the bags. Just getting to the bag.
Yeah.
What other things will we be seeing from Rayne?
You will see, okay, first and first, new music, visuals.
Yes.
Just new everything. I also want to, like, new people I'm working with, like, you know, features. Like, I don't really do features like that, but, like, me, I've opened up and just meeting other dope artists around, you know, around these different spots I be at. Just connecting with them and how understanding, like, wow, we kind of relate. Like, this nigga moved from a certain place, I moved from a certain place, or he or she, you know, we connecting, we vibing. Like, there's a, you know.
Hey, I saw you put up some merch. Is that your own merch?
Yeah, I saw a brand called 1,000 Flowers.
Yes, money.
Yeah, 1,000 Flowers. Basically, it's a Chinese proverb, let 1,000 flowers bloom. And it's just like, you know, meaning just like letting yourself grow into your final form, and then, like, you know, seeing that shit, like, let that shit bloom. Like, don't, like, look at something while it's still growing, because you never know what that person or something could be, you know? And that's just what my message is behind it. It's just, you know, staying down with yourself. Staying down. Being true to yourself once again.
So I want to go, before we end the interview, because I feel like you're being very shelled here, like kind of chill, like kind of like, but I know that there's a wild side.
Yeah, of course. There's a big wild side of me.
What's in the air? Because it is Pride Month, right? Happy Pride Month to everybody out there.
Happy Pride Month.
Whatever you identify as.
Yes.
What's going on with the women out in ATL? Because I hear a lot about ATL. I never been. I need to go. I want to go for my birthday in October.
Oh, wow.
But I don't know what's going to happen with that.
Have a blast.
And what is talk about everything.
In Atlanta? Okay, so the women, A1. But nothing in this world would compare to Rhode Island women. I'm going to say that.
He was waiting for that.
Like, nothing in this world would compare to Rhode Island women. Like, we got some of the baddest, and naturally, like, beautiful, like, just so many flavors, light skin, dark skin, whatever skin. I don't care what skin. Just bad, you know. And I mean, Atlanta, you know, they got their baddies. Like, they got some tough women out there. Like, it's a lot. It's so much to choose from. It's like in a candy store. You're in a little kid in a candy store. But, like, shit, I mean,
What you gonna say next? I'm married to the game.
Nah.
So
I do fuck with somebody's. I fuck with her heavy. You know, I'm just doing me right now though. Like I fuck with her heavy though.
Okay.
I hella love for her for real.
I feel like you're a lover.
Yeah, I'm a lover, big lover. I don't know why I always do this to myself. Like I can't. I just want to love. Like, and sometimes it just be too much because I'm also in Aries, and it's just like sometimes. But my moon and rising is both Scorpio, so it's just like.
Oh wow.
that's why y'all get along so well.
Yeah, what's your sign?
I'm a
She's a
Scorpio.
Oh, word. I fuck with Scorpios. Like, what's your sign?
I'm a Cancer.
A Cancer. So, okay. So, Scorpios are like the
Vicious.
Cancers. But, like, y'all got, like they say, a leather jacket on. Like, yeah, y'all the same people, water signs. Like, but, like, Scorpios are more like,
Bold.
yeah.
Out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure. It's a problem sometimes.
And Cancers are just, I'm not to say y'all emotional. My brother's a Cancer.
No. That's the
Like
that's
you
the
guys
same.
you guys are
We're in tune with
your
the
feelings.
emotions.
Yeah, your feelings, and you guys like are very passionate. And I feel like I relate to a lot of Cancers on that because I'm very passionate about every emotion, happy, sad, mad. It's a mess.
I can't wait to hear the music though. I'm very excited. I'm watching closely, just waiting. Like I'm just waiting for that date to come out. But you don't have anything concrete, so we'll be patient.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, definitely like next month. Definitely like next month because I'm just finalizing everything right now. So like definitely next month.
Are any Rhode Island artists on your project, whether it's production or features?
Cam Bells.
Hey.
Shout out to Cam.
Shout out
And
Cam.
Walt.
Shout out Walt. They actually have flew out to Atlanta. Come check me out. I had them in the studio.
Oh, yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
I work out of Super Sound Studios. T.I. owns it. And they got to check out the studio. They got to, come and kick it with me, vibe with me, cook up some shit. We made like 4 songs, 5 songs. But one made the cut in the project. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. Yeah, we was just listening to it back at the studio. I had just left them. But that shit fire. They had did that.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. I can't wait. We can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
We
Do we get a sneak peek before everybody else?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yeah,
We could do that. Like I'm eager to show y'all for real.
Yo, I can't wait to hear. I just been watching your reels and I'm like, all I get is these 15-second clips? Like, I need to hear the whole shit.
Yeah.
But man, we're so proud of you. We're super proud of you. Thank you for coming through.
Thank you guys for having me, man.
Anytime.
All love, yo.
You know the love on this end is
Facts,
PVD.
yo. Hometown.
Your PVD. We love PVD, so we keep it the PVD way.
Facts.
Period. So tell the people where they can follow you, how they can find your music, all that good stuff.
You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Lily is Rayne. Apple Music, Lily Rayne, Spotify, Lily Rayne. Just look that up. Yeah, and stay on the lookout for new music. I might be surprising a little drop and shit, a little surprise. But yeah.
Okay. All right, and that's LILYRAYNE.
Yes.
Because not the rain like that's going on outside.
RAYNE.
Yes.
RAYNE.
All right.
All right, so we're going to kick it back to...
Shout out to Lily Rayne for that interview. Thank you so much for coming through once again. And also, I want to flex real quick. She showed us some music. No, I think she showed us everything that she has.
We heard
recorded.
a lot.
We heard
And
and it sounds amazing. I don't know if I'm being biased, but that shit knocks. And I'm looking forward to everything that Lily Rayne has coming. I know that it's only a matter of time before she's with the big dogs. So shout out to Lily Rayne, man. It was really dope to have you. And thank you for coming on Spark Up. You're welcome anytime. And I cannot wait to watch your career blossom And when you put out this music, the world will hear for themselves.
Facts. And yeah, like the music sounds amazing.
Sounds good. It sounds real good. She's a melodic genius. She's talking some shit, and
she's
the girl knows what she's doing.
She's just very talented. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we're gonna do my favorite part of the podcast, Pass Me the Aux, where we showcase something we've been listening to lately, audibly, and we're gonna showcase it with y'all, so y'all can check what we've been listening to for the past few days. So I'm gonna go and pass the aux to you, see what you've been messing with.
So I've been following this DJ from South Africa, and I forget her name, and I don't have her pulled up, so I'm so sorry, but she's a DJ out in Africa that plays, specifically Amapiano, I think is the name of the genre. It's like house mixed with Afro beats, and she comes from behind her deck, and she dances and she entertains. She's beautiful, and wow, I need to go to South Africa just to see her. But she's been promoting this song before it came out, and now it's finally out. It's by DJ Sumbody. It's Sumbody, Sumbody, with Drip Gogo and the Lowkeys. The song is called Iyamemeza. Iyamemeza. And this song is fire. If you like Afro beats, if you like house music, I'm telling you, this is a tune for the summer. It's like that, I don't know, it's like a vibe. Like
that
it just
lounge feel.
Yeah, it's like grown and sexy. Like, so shout out to the DJ. I have to find out who she is, but that's my pick of the week.
I'm gonna go with something old.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with something more on the old. Y'all know I like my reggae. Yeah, for my pick, I'm gonna go a little older. I'm gonna go into my reggae bag. Y'all know I love reggae.
Just about every week.
It just sets some mood. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna go with my man Gregory Issacs. Poor Millionaire. It's just a vibe. What he's saying is so real. Like, if you're in love, you feel like a poor millionaire. you think we all been there. Even if it's puppy love.
That's a fact.
We all been there, and we feel the greatest ever when this happens to us. But I mean, Gregory Isaacs gets a little deeper on this whole subject of a poor millionaire, and it's a great song. I just love the tune. So yeah, I'm gonna go Gregory Isaacs, Poor Millionaire.
That's a good pick. It's a vibe.
So yeah, that was Pass Me the Aux, and Christina, take us out.
I have nothing. Oh, actually, I will say this Thursday, if you are Providence, Rhode Island, or if you are in the Rhode Island area, New England, Connecticut, Massachusetts, whatever, Stay Silent is having a very special event called Photosynthesis. I'm so mad I'm missing this. I'll be in Virginia Beach by the time this event is happening. But it is a live DJ set by B, a.k.a. Bryant. He is relocated to LA, but he's originally from Providence, Rhode Island. And he did a Stay Silent event when we were doing it like on live IG, like through Twitch. And the way he mixes and the songs he puts together is a vibe. So if you want to feel a vibe, I'm talking like, like lavender, sage, Palo Santos vibes. Pull up to Stay Silent, bring your good vibes.
That's a vibe.
And go enjoy this Stay Silent event. It's going to be amazing. Trust me when I say. And hopefully they'll do another one. Hopefully he'll be back in town. Other than that, I don't got nothing. Get your mind right. Keep your mental health intact. Love your people. Let your people love you. Let love in and let love out. And like, share, subscribe, comment.
And make sure you hit the bell.
Yes.
Because that way you get the notifications anytime we upload a video. So you already know what it is. Your boy Banz, alongside Christina, and we are the Spark Up Podcast. It's a wrap.